Welcome back to the Awkward Thinking Podcast. I'm your boy Nas, aka Stash.
What up? I'm Vince.
And we are the friends you never knew you needed. All that in a bag of chips. Regular guys with awkward lives. Awkward thinkers. White people claps in the building. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Vince, what else should they do?
Make sure you get it. Oh shit, is this turned up?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. You sounded fucked up. I'm sorry. I'm fucking up. Make sure you get into that comment section. You like, comment, you subscribe. You leave a comment for us. Give us some feedback. Let us know how the pod is doing. Let us know your favorite part of the pod. TikTok is back, bitches. So make sure you follow us on TikTok. Make sure you sharing our shit on TikTok. And tap in with us on all other platforms. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Catch us on wherever them niggas got internet at.
Yeah, literally wherever y'all niggas got internet at. Call to action. Man. Shout out to you. What are we bringing to the table today? What are you bringing? What are you bringing to lunch? What are you bringing to the table? The most anticipated part of the fucking show. I know.
Damn, you don't even ask me how I'm doing no more.
No, it's really because you know what? How are you?
What about? I was about to say,
how are you?
Motherfuckers forgot the foreplay of the
good.
pod and everything.
Good. How are
like,
you right. How are you?
I'm alright, man. I'm living. I'm doing good. I can't complain.
Yeah, that's good. See, so you interrupted all that good shit. All of the things that I was about to do, get us into the segment, and you know what I'm saying. But I get it. For myself, how have I been doing? I've had my ups. I've had my downs. I've had my rounds, and the reason why, you know, and now I'm gonna go take us to the segment. I'm gonna go take us a little further to the segment. The reason why I feel like I've had so many mood switches lately is because I've started anime. Yeah. And I feel like for 22 minutes, that is the most. It's a therapy session in the weirdest way. I go through joy, I go through happiness, I go through sadness, maybe a deep depression. Mad as fuck sometimes over the decision.
Anger definitely.
Yeah, anger is definitely in the mix. And then when I came to the conclusion, I said to myself, people who watch anime are fucking psycho. They're psychopaths. Because how do you like to indulge in such emotions all at once? It really wrenches. Like, it's great. It's a great thing, and I'm new to it. You know what I mean? I'm new to it, and I'm seeing it. A lot of life lessons, a lot of that shit. But I'm sitting there and I'm like, bro, I can't do this. That, like, if you're going through something, this is not the shit to watch, bro. Like, legit, I'm sorry.
Anime, I swear to God, will fuck you up. Anime will tap into your feelings. You'll become an empath, and that should have had you on an emotional roller coaster in 22 minutes, like he said. Even the fucking intros, the songs and shit, nigga. If you ever heard Bluebird, like the Naruto intro, you already know shit is a struggle. I ain't gonna lie.
Shit is different. I started off with Demon Slayer. That was my first. I've been edging.
Oh,
I've been edging.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I thought we was talking about anime.
No, we are. I've been edging it in the sense of, like, I've watched My Hero Academia. I've watched
not in its entirety.
Right. So I've never finished.
You've glimpsed it.
Yeah, like Naruto. I've started. What else did I start? That I didn't finish.
A lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of shit. A lot of them animes and shit like that. So I said, you know, this time around in 2025, you know, new me, you know, and I said, all right, let me go and look at Demon Slayer. I've heard
like
about
you're
it.
Lying,
I'm
though.
so serious, bro.
I feel like I put niggas on.
You didn't.
And that's really what this boiled down to. I put him on the Demon Slayer. Give me my credit.
This is what he does. He'll watch something that he enjoys, and then he'll just say, hey, watch this. Now, I watched it 8-9 months ago.
That was not 8-9 months ago.
Yes, it was.
No,
8 months. It had to be, or last year, or in the beginning.
Last year was 30 fucking days ago.
No, it
Less
wasn't.
than 30 days ago.
Nigga, I didn't.
It was like last month.
I literally watched the shit in fucking Japanese. That's how I know the fucking the shit was old as fuck.
It wasn't too old. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't too old. But yeah, you watched it. I would say probably in December.
Yes, which would make a whole year.
No, how the fuck would it make
If
a
you're
whole
matching
year?
December with December, that makes it a year. I didn't watch that just recently.
Nah, it's January 2025. You watch that shit December 2024. That shit just came out.
A
in
whole
December.
year. A whole year. If you're matching up the date, so if I watched it on
That
December
new season
10th,
of Demon Slayer just came out, nigga.
Oh
You
my
are
gosh.
not being honest with yourself.
I'm not talking about. I've seen that ending. I've seen
That's
that ending.
no.
Yeah,
I
I've seen
showed
the
this
ending.
nigga the ending
the
of season 4. I just showed you the most recent ending with Muzan walking in that bitch like Michael Jackson Thriller or Michael Jackson Bad, and you. That's what you saw when that nigga blew up. My nigga, the master blew up everything.
No, you showed me that, and then you showed me the fight scene when they were in the little Hollywood section. I seen that part. I seen that many parts.
Yes, you seen that part like a fucking year ago. But the part I most recently just showed you was the explosion.
But that happened time.
That was recent.
Anyway,
Yeah.
any fucking way. Yeah, I just, like I said, like I was bringing that to the table because it's just like it's a phenomenal, way. And I think I've with anime I've learned a lot of things. You know what I mean? It is a lot of lessons in that drama. And it's just you're seeing it through just another person's problems. You know what I mean? A person's struggles and hardships, and then you kind of compare it in the two. And once we've said it time and time again, it's easier to watch it in a cartoon format because it seems unbelievable to a point. But and then to be like, oh wow, this I can kind of correct this part of my life too. I can honestly, I see where he struggled in this fight because of this. All right, maybe if I'm struggling here, I can probably apply that to certain things. So yeah. Oh, and my other thing with anime that I don't like, I'm watching Solo Leveling. I've started that, and I said I don't like how he became that nigga right off the bat.
This motherfucker died, bro. He damn near sacrificed himself.
First couple episodes, nigga died. Then he became that nigga like, oh, I'm bench pressing 380 now, and I'm doing all this
Them
cool
niggas
shit.
skipped the fucking not training arc, but they just showing you the shit is progressing fast. That's it.
But that was it. What are you bringing to the table, man? I'm done.
I would say I feel like, I was just being back home. I heard a bunch of or I was around a bunch of family and a bunch of old ass uncles, right? And my uncle was just saying a bunch of crazy shit. My brother was saying something about beating up his sister. Like we was joking, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do this and do that." And my uncle was like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna get your back dirty, you do that." And I don't know. I was just thinking about the saying, and I'm like, nigga, what the fuck is that? And like, is the generation after us gonna know these old ass sayings? Like, what wild shit are we saying that the next generation's gonna?
Not gonna lie, I don't think we got a bunch of. I think we got more gay sayings than we got old sayings. Like I think we like not that's you, not that's da da da, or do all of these things. I feel like that is us, like trendy, stuff like that is us. With them, they came from pimps and cool nigga shit, dope boys in the 80s, and time where you had to spit game efficiently. So all of these cool ass analogies and things of that nature is like, all right, let me say some fly shit. You know what I mean? Make me cool. Like this is some cool aesthetic. I don't think we got cool aesthetic to give those. I mean, I feel like maybe when we get older, but it's like we don't even say shit now to be like what was Hannah Montana? Yeah, like it's like Hannah Montana when they be like, oh, those opossum squirrels, like shit like that. I was like, I can't even think of that. As a kid, I was like, bro, I can't even make something compared to that type shit. But yeah, that's what I think. I don't think necessarily we would have old sayings. I think it's just, I think as trends go, I think we'll still stick to those.
So do you think we losing out on the old niggas in our generation? I don't know. Not saying it's not a lot of old niggas, but I feel like I don't know, the old niggas that's left is not the right ones, I guess.
What the fuck is the right type of
old nigga? I don't know how
nigga?
they, you know how because I remember growing up and just hearing a bunch of shit, and I feel like when I think about my uncles and like my father, those people aren't around no more for real. So like we're not gonna get them funny ass, like crazy ass sayings how we used to.
It's so crazy. I didn't really grow up on like old sayings. Like
Really?
I'm trying to think about like I don't think nobody said something to me like where it was just like What the fuck?
My father used to tell me, like, tell all of us, like, walking ain't crowded when we used to ask him for rides and shit to school or whatever, or like when we complain about having to ride with somebody or just, you know, just even being in other people's presence. He'd be like, walking ain't crowded, like, go your own way type shit. Beast your ass still. And I used to be like, what the fuck do that mean?
I think it comes with being a parent, maybe. Maybe. I don't know.
I also feel like it's them niggas being as old as they was, or being what they like, living with, like going what they went through or whatever. Like them niggas lived through the civil rights movement, so it's like you got some shit. And I just, cause how do you? I get the connection, but in your head, how do you be like, yeah, you go get your back dirty? Yeah, like that. How do you come up with some slick shit like that? Because it also sounds wild.
It's some player shit. I feel like a lot of people either was like, you know, you grow up and, you know, we learn these types of, you know, ways of life, but it's like that was real social. I feel like they came from real social interactions, real being outside, actually. You know what I mean? And some niggas like, oh, he getting his back dirty. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Us, we, and then another, like, I think I was still like shit from my mom. Like, if my kid said he thirsty, drink his spit. You know what I mean? Like, shit like that. Like, I'd be like that, but I wouldn't be like, or what's another one? What's another?
Tequila got some old people saying, so she be like, that's little shit to a giant. That's some old ass shit. Yeah. You know you hang around old people saying shit.
But that's like that gives me girl with attitude vibes too.
Really?
Yeah, not like in a bad way, but it just gives me like, you know, oh, that's little shit to a giant. Like that gives still like that, you know, that slang type of shit. But I don't know. Maybe. When I get older, I'll probably just make up some shit.
And so, like I said, I was back home for some shit. And nigga, when I go back home, I do tend to drink or whatever. I might pick up you know, a couple shots or something, get some liquor in my system. And so I'm at home, we celebrating and shit. And so, nigga, I'm sitting there, I'm drunk. I hear the music blasting through the floorboard, and for some reason, I'm like, what the fuck is this song playing? Because that shit just connected with me. That shit, it hit, and I'm like,
what was the song?
It was some fucking Macy Gray song. I want to say I Try, or I think it was I Try, and yes. I swear to God, for the life of me, I could not understand why in the moment, like, why the fuck did I tune into that song? And I'm like, it's the fucking liquor. Because I'm like, I've heard that song a million different times or whatever, but I'm like, that song has never connected with me or, like, pushed me or anything. I've heard that shit, and you not saying she doesn't have a good voice, but it just never connected for me until that moment. And I'm like, nigga, liquor will make the music really hit. Like, liquor seasons the music, or it does something where you can actually hear. Because I'm like, nigga, this is my first time hearing these fucking lyrics. She talking about, I try to stumble, I try to walk, but I can't, and I do X. I'm like, bitch, this is what I'm going through right now.
See, so when I'm drunk, like I said, I hate that the nigga getting so much hate, but the nigga makes so much good music for every moment of your fucking life. It's Drake, bro. Drake, when I'm drinking, Drake songs take me to a different height that no other song can take me. Like, the nigga know, like, all right, if you battling ego, boom, this the song for you. If you miss your ex-girlfriend or you trying to just shit on somebody, this song for you. If you need a club banger, this song is for you. That nigga Drake, when you're drunk, has songs, relatable discography. There we go. Discography for everything that you need. So yeah, that's my drunk music taste for it.
I say I was just you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Drake right now because I do feel like he fucking shit up. But the other day I was headed home and nigga, Sandra's Rose came on. I think that's the name of the song. From Drake. Sandra's Rose.
Let me see. I never heard that.
It's from
what album?
Peak. Is that what it's called?
Sandra Rose. Oh, from
Scorpion. Yeah.
Okay.
And nigga, I don't know. But I was like, nigga, this shit is hitting. I'm like, this shit, and I doubt if he wrote this shit or whatever, but still, the shit was hitting. Whoever get into the studio for that nigga, they will do this shit.
They hit where the brain be like, damn, I fuck with this shit heavy. I fuck with this shit heavy. what else? I like I don't know. Music intoxicated is a good vibe though. I don't know what it is like. I guess it's because it's distracting when you're like, because even when I'm working out, I'm not really dialed in. Like I'm listening to the beat. Like if it's something aggressive, I know you're talking an aggressive tone. So I'm like, okay, let me tap into like that part, but I'm not really listening to the lyrics, or unless I'm doing like a car ride. It's either drunk or a car ride where I'm like really just paying attention to the lyrics type shit, and I'm like, oh, this is what it means. But Rod Wave will never.
Nigga, Rod Wave done had a motherfucker crying in the seat on the way home plenty of times. I ain't gonna lie. Rod Wave hit.
It's
especially if I'm drunk, nigga. Rod Wave. You saw my old. One time I had my nieces and nephews up at the house, like 5 of these little motherfuckers, and they had a little Rod Wave concert in the house. You don't remember that?
I probably did.
And them niggas were singing Rod Wave acapella and everything.
See, the thing is, like, I don't know if it's a family thing with y'all. Like, it just gives.
It's the grief.
It's not even that. It's just like they get one song and they like to just beat that bitch to the fucking ground. I swear to God, this nigga will hook a song and beat that bitch to the fucking ground. You can catch a fucking domestic violence case how much you play that fucking song.
I still feel like I need to be diagnosed for ADHD or autism, and I feel like that's what it is, really. I know. I definitely, the ADHD is definitely there. I think it's the autism.
Would you be accepting if that really happened? Like
yeah,
that
I would. I'm not saying I wouldn't mind, but shit, it's not like it would give me an excuse or a reasoning. Like I was told I have ADHD by a therapist, and so I do think about that. But I do sometimes I'll be like, nigga, are you autistic? Because I think about everything I've done since like birth and shit, and I'm like, nigga, this is why you was acting this way, or this is why you did X, Y, and Z. But so yeah. This
nigga didn't know how to sit down during the fucking blackout. You be needing shit to distract you.
Sometimes, but during the blackout, there are certain. I feel like my mind always goes to the worst possibilities, which Carly kept talking about. The fucking grid was shut down. I'm like, if you don't get the fuck on, you can go home where you got electricity. But yeah, with the blackout, I was just like, let me get the candles, let me get shit that I know we need, let me plug up my shit and do whatever, and then let's get comfortable.
Look at you being a handy dandy man.
Somebody got to be the man of the house.
Today's safe space. This is more so. This is not catered to me because I mean, it's catered to me because it's hygiene and niggas need hygiene tips and tricks and all that shit. But sometimes you don't necessarily know everything. As men, what to do, how to do it. But as grown men, shit, it kind of translates. But
I feel like I was just telling Nas, I feel like as we grow up, men, at least from our perspective, we don't get taught enough of like
how to wash that butt.
Well, yes and no, because I mean you get taught, wash your piece and then wash your ass and shit or whatever. But I feel like how if you want to learn something, you can go just do it or whatever. For the most part, like if you trying to learn how to fuck, you watch porn, right?
Okay. All right.
Like
I'm following
just
you.
Coming up as a young adult or whatever, you start getting interested in things. You look it up or you talk to people and they teach you how to do it. You have the sex talk or whatever. People tell you use the condom or whatever, this and that. Nobody ever fucking tells you to use an electric razor instead of a fucking regular razor for your balls or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
And I feel like those are also very important conversations that need to be had within the sex talk.
But I feel like, once again, going back to our old people conversation, it's just the same thing. I think they just liked hair. You know what I mean? Like, look at afros back in the day. Afros, everybody had an afro. Shit damn near covered their whole, shit covered their whole face. I'm pretty sure the dick was literally like, you could find Indiana Jones chopping woods out that motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? So I think people like the hairy aesthetic, like it gives man. So us manscaping was like, what you doing this bitch shit for? Giving your shit a taper fade and shit.
But I just think like grooming, especially, or just hygiene for sex, is an important part of the sex conversation. When people are having that conversation with their kids, I feel like it would have been nice for somebody to be like, I don't know, suggest certain shit, like suggest the shaving your balls and shit. Like, hey, shorty might not want these.
I don't shave my balls. I'm gonna be honest. I don't shave it. I like my shit looking like a lollipop that just touched the fucking floor. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
Yeah, like sometimes I
That
like.
was that was gross. You a nasty motherfucker.
You know what I mean? My shit. I don't. I like I'll do the pelvic area.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I feel like that is the most like. All right, you can see dick. You can see like the shape. You can see, the balls. I don't really have sensation in my
yeah.
balls, so I'm like,
Mhm.
these really just door knockers. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like these just knocking the doors.
Okay, yeah. When I'm saying now, I'm saying balls as in the whole area.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm saying sections like
Mhm.
this. The triangle. I look at it like a triangle,
Mhm.
and then it's like the dick. Like it's hairs on the dick, and then it's hairs on the balls. But I
Mhm.
don't really touch the balls because I just feel like the skin is too dainty for me
Yeah.
to do that. You know what I mean?
It's certain shit, and you can't use a regular razor.
Right.
Now, like I said, the electric razor changed my fucking life.
Mhm.
The electric razor make you feel like you at the fucking shop, and you ain't got to worry about hair bumps and shit, which I do think is still important because I feel like I hate getting fucking hair bumps. I feel like I
Yeah.
don't want to have sex when I have
Yeah.
hair bumps and shit. I'm like, I'm good.
It gives a different idea. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
And so the the electric razor come in handy, and I feel like that was something I learned from my frat brothers.
Mhm.
And niggas just was in a group chat one day like, yeah, make sure you use an electric razor so your shit don't look like a naked chicken leg, or it was some shit. Cause you know how the chicken legs be having bumps and shit all over it. And so I'm like, these is the conversations that niggas need to be having, or at
Yeah.
least teaching the next generation.
I think honestly, I'm gonna be that guy. Women got too much shit for maintenance. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
As in, like, y'all go get waxes and shit like that. It needs to be a barbershop for your balls. It needs to be a place where
You know,
niggas.
we can go get waxes, right?
It's not the same. You know what I mean? Because if a girl put hot wax on your balls and then try to rip that shit, you're
That
gonna
shit
be
go hurt, yeah.
you're gonna lose 2 testicles, literally. You know
That
what I mean?
shit
It
go
needs to be
hurt.
a little barbershop for your balls, and niggas need to stop being ultra gay. You know what I mean? Because women like, oh, your coochie cute, this shit like that. Like,
My sister-in-law, she do that shit. She
Right.
be like,
You
"It's
know,
a pussy."
I can have a cute dick. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I need. I'm not saying I need a nigga to tell me that. You know what I mean? But
sure, cause you fuck around a cute dick, nigga.
You know,
your
yeah.
shit a little decent. I like
your shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need somebody just to be like, all right. Some people are not blessed. You know what I mean? Some people need them words of affirmation in the barbershop. And be like, yeah, I'm about to get you fresh. It needs to be a barbershop for your balls. It's a ball shop. That's how I feel like it. But nonetheless, a little pivot off of that, I do feel like, growing up, I didn't like hair.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like I used to have like I just didn't like the idea of growing up.
Is that why you don't got eyebrows?
I do have eyebrows. It do not look like I got eyebrows on the camera. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, but even that is like, it's like men can't do like maintenance. It gives like you have to be this tribal guy. You have to be this big behemoth of a man and be this hairy guy. And then it's like you can like even with the sex situation, the hygiene from you can throw her shit off just from all the hairs and stuff and that being dirty and stuff like that. So it is good to teach good maintenance and good health with your underarms because nigga, my first set of underarm hair, that shit. That shit looked like I had
Nigga said
2
his
civil
first
rights
set.
leaders, 2 Black Panthers
Ooh.
in a headlock. Nigga, that
Oh
shit
my
looked,
God.
nigga, that shit was gross. Nigga, that shit was disgusting. Anyway, but yeah, I feel like and then honestly, it's like I hate to say it. I was raised by my mom, so I think a lot of the times she probably didn't know how
These
to.
things.
Yeah, and I'm her first child, so it's like,
Mhm.
how do I tell a boy that whatever, and then whatever was the standard of aesthetic of what was in the
At that
sex code.
time.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
to her it's like, oh, you a man, you growing up, you gonna have facial hair, you gonna
Mhm.
have underarm hair. That's okay. You supposed to have that. Women
Mhm.
like that. Da 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 da. So to you, you're not really thinking about that.
What I also would say, like you said, it is the times and stuff, and aesthetics change, and so
Mm-hmm.
that do play a part. Because I know a lot of this shit, we wasn't having these conversations openly
Mhm.
about like sex aesthetics at all, or like even maintenance before sex and stuff. But again, the conversation with grooming and everything, like even your nails and shit, like clean your nails and shit. Wash your hands before you fuck. Wash your hands before you
Yeah.
have sex. Don't be putting fucking hot Cheetos and weed dust all up in somebody's pussy and
Yeah.
playing with it. Now she got infections and shit, and now that
Mhm.
y'all got a fucking little
making sourdough bread. Y'all just making you kneading the dough. You know, all that yeast in that motherfucker.
Shut the fuck up.
Literally.
But yeah, just keep it safe out here. Keep your shit shaved. And if you got tips and stuff, if you like as men and as women, if there's something that you feel like people should know or have an idea of when you're having sex or just hygiene and stuff, put it in the comment section. Let niggas know. Tell us what people should be out here doing, because everybody don't know. Some people don't know they shit stink.
Yeah, that is very true. I learned a couple days ago it's generational funk. Didn't even
that shit was funny.
So I guess you got to teach generations on how to do this shit. You know what I mean?
Get them some of that. What they call that shit? That green shit?
What green shit?
Chlorophyll.
Yeah. Get that chlorophyll. Another thing. You know what was different for me?
What?
Having hair in my ass. That is different. You know what I mean?
When I was as a kid, my first time or like going through puberty and shit and seeing that for the first time felt really weird.
Yeah.
It was like, what is this? And then it was like, am I grown now?
Yeah, like that, bro. I'll never forget it, and I probably told this story many fucking times, bro. I really legit, I do not like hair. So I legit put a fucking bottle of, I squeezed the bottle of Nair and put that shit in my ass. I did not know the side effects. Nair smells like double eggs that's been sitting out for 10 days in the hot ass sun. Nigga, I put that shit, my ass was squeaky fucking clean, but it was just like.
Did it not burn or anything?
No.
Oh.
Is it like people always ask that? It is like.
I feel like it would have burnt. I've put as a kid, I put soap on my ass, on the asshole and stuff. Yeah. And that shit burnt. It burnt for 2 days.
I don't want to say too much because people it's like, oh, this nigga ass is amazing. This is phenomenal. This nigga is titanium ass. You know what I mean? So I just look at it I did do that when I was young, and I didn't know. I put it on my pubes. I did it so I can have a squeaky clean. I didn't like the idea of growing up. I felt like things were just too changing.
Peter Pan.
Yeah, I did, and I wanted to stay young and youthful, because I thought hair meant older. I'm getting old.
So happy when I first started getting pubes and shit, just because I don't know, it felt nice to finally be like, nigga, I'm getting older or whatever. And then again, it's just you.
Yeah.
But imagine,
go ahead.
Imagine having brothers and 5 brothers before you, who all went through puberty first before you, and so now you looking up at niggas and you like, damn, nigga, when is it my fucking turn or whatever?
See, I grew up with all cousins and we're all in the same age range, so puberty is happening, and at the time my voice was the only one that was deep as fuck at that point. So it was like, oh, you got a deep voice. So my puberty experience was a little different. My puberty experience was more so I need to shut up because I don't want people to think that I want to still be youthful like my cousins. They ain't grow up you know what I mean yet. It's cool to have a beard, but that wasn't our thought process. It was stay young, whatever. So yeah, that was it. So that was just a little bit for the safe space. If you like what you heard, make sure you hit the comment section. If not, we'll send some shit, we'll start some new shit coming up, so we can all have some type of connection with this community.
What did we go over today, Nas? We went over what?
Anime people are psycho. Old people sayings. We went over, hey, liquor may make you feel good, while, listening to music. Then, we hurled into our safe space about shaving your balls and having some good hygiene. It's about that time where we give you a positive message to get through the week. Vince, what is your positive message to get through the week?
My positive message, I don't know, nigga. Live each day to the fullest. Don't take it for granted. Live each day.
What I would say is, recently I went to go see fucking Lion King. Disney, stop doing that shit. I'm tired of the Lion King. That Mufasa shit was some.
My brother.
No, yeah,
my brother.
Nigga, the reason I seen that shit and I seen how them niggas was beefing, and I said these niggas beefing over a woman.
But that's how shit be happening.
It is how shit be happening, but I thought it was going to be a way better story. But I thought how Megatron and Transformers and all that shit, I thought it was going to be on that type of scale. It was oh shit, I understand it. It was oh, this makes you even more of a bitch. This
it do, but yeah,
it makes you more of a hoe. And then I'm sorry. This is supposed to be a positive part. I'm sorry, but then the nigga, he was like, what the fuck he say? I saved you from the crocodiles. I said the mom saved him. He didn't do shit. The whole thing. He was a big ass cover up. But anyway, yeah. So if, like I said, if you have a homie and you know what I mean, and he's a stray, you know what I mean, let him in. Let him in the house. You know what I mean? Make sure your homie feels loved. Hug your homie time and time again. Tell your homie, like, embrace him and be like, yo, I fucking love you, yo. I fucking love you. You know what I'm saying? Don't get too freaky with it, but, you know, just do what you need to do to get by, you know? So, until next time, I'm Nas.
I'm Vince. Y'all saw me put my wig back on. I'm sorry. But no, I'm Vince.
Thank you for being awkward with us. See you next week. Did you have something to say?
No.
Oh, see you next week. Hey, make sure, like I said, new things are on the way. I'm sorry, I was supposed to end the show. New things are on the way, so make sure y'all are dialed into our Instagram. Our TikTok is a little shaky, so don't really too worry about that. That's the business card. But we got a lot of shit. We got a lot of shit new coming y'all way, so be tuned in. Tell a friend to tell a friend about this motherfucking show. We going up. And like I said, with that being said, we're the awkward motherfucking thinkers.